Oh, all right. What's up, everybody? Compensation Coach 704 PEL, looking at the Season 5 post-draft recap show. And we had another wonderful draft experience. Thank you to everyone that shared your pictures um, and went through everything the right way with getting the draft done in a pretty timely fashion, about an hour and a half for this draft. Um, We're going to go through the first round picks like we did last year, and then we'll go through the teams, and I'll try to give a grade as best as I can. So, on the screen right there, you see number one pick in the draft, Orlando Smith. Storyline player. I told you Jeff was going to take a storyline player. Let's take a look at him. North Carolina, 20 years old, star development, 88 overall kid. You read his storyline, you could pretty much tell he was going to be a pretty good player. Already coming in as the 46th ranked corner in the NFL. Just some ridiculous physical stats right there. The speed, acceleration, jumping, catching, agility. Of course, the coverage will grow with training. But he has every trait that you want. I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer that he was going to go number one once you did your scouting. And 6'2", and, I mean, he's just going to be ridiculous. Star development, of course. Just a hell of a player. Not that Jeff needs him, but, hey. Number two, I took Rashawn Bush. I pretty much knew I was going to take a receiver. It was going to be either him or the other guy. Bush kind of fit what I needed because the other guy was more like Dobbins, who I already have. He was star development, 6'1", deep threat. We're going to change our offense and make deep threat the focus again. 93 speed, 96 acceleration. Of course, his route running will develop. We'll develop that spectacular catch also. The speed, acceleration, agility, I'm very excited about. He's going to replace Diggs. He'll be superstar once he gets his development upgrade. He's already got aggressive and run after catch, fight for yards. He'll probably either play the slot or he'll start this year. I'm probably going to move Diggs to the slot and play those three together and let Bird fill in. All right. Eagles take Grant Prawl, 78 overall quarterback. Let's check him out. Normal development. That's a little disappointing, but accurate guy. I guess he'll start over Alex McMillan, who's there, so I can see that, but normal development is a little bit of a disappointment with him. Dakota Davis was the other receiver I considered. We'll check him out. Superstar development. Now, here's the funny thing. CPU is handling the Chiefs because Chiefs is still on auto. They signed Mike Evans, and they have another receiver they signed. And then they take Dakota Davis. Now, granted, he is superstar development. You could trade those other receivers. But 90 overall, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, good catch ratings, jumping's 91. He's going to end up like Dobbins is for me. And I thought about taking him, but then I didn't want, two similar receivers. I like to have one guy that can run a little bit and then one guy like Dobbins, ideally. So, we could have played Twin Towers on the outside, but, then we wouldn't have a speed threat in base formation. So, obviously, he's going to be a hell of a receiver, if you like a taller guy and you don't have to have all that speed. So, Dakota Davis, really good player. At number 4 overall. Allen Amundsen, number 5 overall, 82 overall, quick development for the 49ers. 94 speed at free safety is a rarity with aggressive play ball tendency, high motor, 77 catch. That's a good damn pick right there at number 5 overall. And I know he'll start, immediately in San Francisco, so that's good. That's what I like to see at the top of the draft. Teams that need help get it. Fantasy, I called him a Frederick Mundy kind of mold guy. I knew he would go early. 6 to the Bucks. I don't understand it though. Unless they're gonna play a 3-4, they've made moves to trade for linebackers. Then they got a linebacker at the top of their draft board. But like I said, this guy comes out very similar to Monday. Not as fast as Monday was, obviously, but very similarly built, with good traits to go along with him. But the undisciplined at linebacker is kind of a concern because they make a lot of tackles and then you get a lot of penalties with that. So, I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think if he's a top 10 player once you look at his physical traits. But he's a good player. Thomas Anderson, another storyline guy, goes to the Browns at number 7. Quick development. Definitely a slot corner. I tried to kind of develop him that way. 96 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 agility. I really tried to make some good corners in this draft because Madden draft classes haven't been, well, at least for us, they haven't been great in getting corners. You see the good traits right there. Aggressive play ball, strip ball, discipline, penalty tendency. Going to the Browns, I don't know how much he'll play, but he's going to be a really good player. And maybe you can trade for another corner on the Browns, and he'll play this guy. Who knows? We'll see. Victor Anero, the one superstar storyline player that I made this year. Obviously, he was really... I made him pretty transparent, honestly, when I made Anero. I knew the class had a lot of power backs, and I made him as a power back, but I wanted to give him speed, too. Because the draft needed a speed running back that was pretty good. And going to the Bears, he does run the ball. I mean, he's probably one of the guys that runs the ball more than he throws it. And you can see right there with 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 91 agility, 88 carrying, 88 truck, 88 stiff arm. Honestly, I thought he would be a top 5 pick once everybody scouted him and saw what he was. But he got down to number 8, and the Bears made a smart move. Even though they have Howard and Cohen, this guy's going to be number 1 by far in that offense. Good gracious. At least I'm glad he's going to a place where he's going to be maximized. T.J. Jacobs, that's a Lion CPU pick. We'll look at him to see how he came out. Quick development, speed rush guy. 89 acceleration is good. 84 finesse is nice. 84 block shed. Obviously outside 3-4 outside pass rush linebacker type. Pretty good player. Lions are open also if you have a friend that wants to join. Kennard was a storyline player, but quick development, but he's 24. I didn't think he would go top 10. I thought he'd be more of a second round guy when I made him. But he's not a bad player, but you can tell he's got some good traits. But his story was that, he was good at a lot of different things, but he's not great. And it kind of reflects in the way I made him right there. You can play him in a couple different ways. He's balanced linebacker style. He's got some good traits with him, but, I was surprised that he went so high. But he made up for it with Raynaud, 82 overall, outside linebacker, quick development. Good tackler, good hit power. Very strong. You can also play him on the line in some different formations because of that strength right there. And his block shed. He's one of those rare guys that could go down and play, a little 3-4 DN if you needed him to in certain situations. But overall, good player, good traits with him. Not a bad pick there at 11. Favors at 12, free safety for the Packers, quick development, 6'1", good size. 90 speed is nice, and good coverage skills. He can grow into those. Conservative play ball is a little bit of a disappointment, but 75 catch, is nice. So, not a bad top 10 pick right there. Dylan Fowler, bust quarterback for the Seahawks. Normal development. Oh, that's just sucks. Decent accuracy numbers, but he's not a good early pick. Obviously, that sucks. That sucks. Oh well. Tyrone Fowler, free safety with the Cardinals. Quick development, 5'10", 87 speed, 89 acceleration, good man in coverage. He can grow into those. Balanced play ball, 77 catch is good. So he can be a ball hawk kind of free safety. 87 speed is not ideal, but you can get the job done with that, as long as you know what you're doing. So good job with that. Blake, here's your guy, Javon Savage, left guard, 6'6", monster man, 340, quick development, 80 overall. Look at that, 95 strength. Good gracious. See, that's what you like right there. Big, nasty power guard, to go with Sanango Harris. You can see right there, and his run block is 80 already, pass block 78, but he's good power stuff. Impact blocking 90. Can he run? He can run a little bit, so you can definitely pull him, and he will clean up on those traps and counters and stuff like that. So I like him, man. Look, he already the 19th ranked left guard in the league, so that's a nice pick right there for the Raiders that needed O-line help. Graham Kruger, quarterback for the Broncos. Quick development, big guy, 6'7", the new Brock Osweiler right there. Looking like Peyton Manning with that 18 on him in the orange. 97 throw power. Good gracious. But you see his confidence is already -1, so you know the fit on whatever the Broncos have as their offense is not a good fit for his style right now. We'll see if they change that. Sometimes you do that and help your quarterback out. But good, strong, big quarterback right there. I'll see if he starts over Carr. I think Carr is pretty good, but I think he re-signed him, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll see what happens there. He might need a backup or a young guy to groom. DeAnthony Pickens, I like this guy. Good pick for the Colts at 17. Big D tackle, quick development, good strength, power, block shed. You can grow into those, get some good traits right there. The swim move and bull rush and high motor. You like those in your D lineman. Overall, good player right there for the Colts. Good value at 17 also. He was projected to be a early first-round pick. Miles Clem started left tackle for the Saints. Another quick development guy. Good size at 6'4". Good strength. Good run and pass block traits. Nice. Starting out. Good agility. Speed and acceleration is really impressive. So he can possibly bump inside the guard with that speed and acceleration. 84 impact, he'll be a monster on pulling and getting out in front of stuff on plays. The Saints don't do a lot of pulling though, so tackle might be his best spot. You'll see how he uses them, but good pick right there. Childress was a good pick right here, right tackle, 83 overall. Quick development, once again, 6'8", 330, huge lineman in this draft. Look at 95 strength right there. You got to love that, especially from your right tackle. You run behind your right side a good bit. 88 impact, help on those pull blocks. Good pass block, power 87, 84 run block. Speed and acceleration is good. Undisciplined penalty tendency. That's a little scary, though, at the tackle spot. You might want to bump him inside the guard because, they got good impact block with that strength. You can make him a good power right guard. That'll help out a little bit on those penalties on those pass rushers. So just something to consider right there. Bojangles Nelson. Shocked that he got the number 20. As much as corners are valued, we saw the number 1 pick was a corner. And then the Anderson guy was 7 overall to the Browns. And then this guy got all the way to 20. And I don't know why. 6'2". Now he's older. That might be why. 25 years old. Remember his storyline was that he went to a junior college and then he blossomed when he got older. So that might have turned some people off, but I mean, he's got, I think, 5 top level years with him. He comes in 85 overall, ready to play right now. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 jump, 91 agility. He's going to grow into a monster. I gave him aggressive play ball, strip ball, high motor, balance play tendency, penalty tendency. But he is a really good corner, and I'm shocked that he got the 20 despite him being older. Gregory Hocker, this is a guy that could run a little bit. The Chargers like those guys at corner. They kind of sacrifice the skills for the guys that can run. It's quick development though, 6'2", good size. 93 speed, but you see the zone coverage is a disappointment. 68 and 67 play record. He's going to have to take some time to learn a little bit. But he does have aggressive play ball tendency, and he can run, and he's good size. So I think he would have took Bojangles at 21 if Titans wouldn't have took him for sure, because he definitely fit the kind of corner that he likes to use there. Harris Nash, big power right tackle for the Patriots. Quick development, another big guy, 6'7", 323. 88 strength, 86 run, 77 pass. Traditional big right tackle right there. Balanced play tendency, you can get by with that at right tackle. Pretty good agility. I think you can leave him there, and he'll be all right. He'll grow into a pretty good player on that right side. Christian Miller, 80 overall, free safety. Like we said in the chat, I thought he was going to be faster. His times were pretty good. Quick development. He only came out 86 speed, which was a surprise because I thought, with the acceleration and, his 40 time was pretty good. So a little bit of a disappointment there, but aggressive play ball, 75 catching. He'll do a good job. Caleb won't need him to start right away with the two safeties he has. He can develop him a little bit and put some work into him, and maybe he'll get a couple speed point on the upgrades and be a pretty good player. Northern, good center right there for the Redskins, 80 overall. Another quick development guy. 94 strength, good job with that. Pretty good blocking stats out the box. Good speed, acceleration, and agility. You might want to... Oh, he's right tackle. I'm sorry. Why did it say center? But anyway, yeah, right tackle, that's very, very good right there. Make sure you get him involved in the pull game a little bit with that 88 impact and take advantage of that. Overall, good player right there. It says center. Well, I don't know what the hell he is. That's Madden for you. Lucas Leonard. Second pick, first round for the Patriots. Another quick development guy. What a lot of quick development here. 6'7", 286. Really, really good size D lineman right there. Already 31 ranked right in the league. Good 3-4 DN. 85 strength, good block shed, power move. Speed and acceleration is good. He could play in a 4-3-2 with that speed and acceleration. Good traits right there. Swim, bull, strip, high motor. He was projected to be an early first rounder. You see why, because of those traits right there with these numbers. Good size, good pick. Good value right there, late first. B.J. Borland, Vikings has already told me he's going to go to left tackle. Quick development, 6'8", another huge guy, 94 strength. These linemen are strong this year. Nice work. If you got a lineman, I'm sure you're very happy with this draft. He's going to left tackle. That pass block finesse, you're going to have to work on that agile trait a little bit to get that up. That scares me a little bit, but he's got good agility. So that'll help him out in that respect. But otherwise, really good, left tackle right there, B.J. Borland. Good job. Stanley Parquet, good value late first, 81 overall D tackle from Stanford. Star development. There you go. Run stopping guy, 96 strength. Good gracious. 80 block shed. He'll grow into a monster on the interior for the Giants. Good acceleration as a big man, 81 acceleration. That'll help him when he's pass rushing the quarterback. That swim move and bull rush. Good stamina too. Stamina is an underrated trait. 92 stamina, that means he's going to play at his peak for a longer time. So that's good stuff right there. But undisciplined on the D-line, that's that one strike you don't like, but you can live with it with a guy like this. So that's a good job right there. Fast Eddie Lawrence, storyline player for the Bears. His storyline said that he plays in a triple option offense and led the country in kickoff returns. So that's his normal development because he didn't get on the field that much. But you see, of course, the speed right there, speed and acceleration, 95, 93. His catching stuff wasn't that great because he didn't see the field that much, but you can grow into that. I did give him run after catch and fight for yards, obviously being a kick returner, but I did give him drop passes because he didn't have a lot of experience. You see his kick return rating is 95, so he's going to be a great kick returner from the start, and he's got good juke move, pretty good spin move right there. Gave him the carrying because of kick returns and the elusiveness. Could have gave him a little higher elusiveness, but I didn't want to make him too crazy. So but he's going to grow into being a good player up in Chicago for that new quarterback they got. Parker Newfield, big center for the Texans, 81 overall, another quick development guy. God almighty, 95 strength. Good gracious. What a strong lineman class. My goodness. Big impact block, good speed and acceleration, agility. Good moving the guard. With that impact block and that speed and acceleration right there, he'll really help in that respect. Good lineman right there, already 18th best center in the league. So good job. Dick Tracy, storyline player for the Rams. Quick development. Big thing with Dick Tracy was he's smart, 87 awareness out the box, good blocking ratings. You see his strength is 90. Just a good overall offensive lineman right there. He's going to grow into being a 10-year center in the league already. Good job for the Rams. Tornado, Tyrone Collins. Going to the Saints. I hate that. Star development. I thought he was a pretty, obvious one with the nickname and all that. 83 speed rush. Obviously, he's a pass rush linebacker. See the 85 speed, 85 finesse move, 87 acceleration, 83 strength, tackle block shed. He can play, that rush, but he can also help you out in the normal, read and react linebacker schemes. And you see his numbers right there. A good player, got the traits, big hitter, swim and spin, high motor discipline. He's going to be a terror coming off the edge for years down in New Orleans. And final pick of the first round, Tate Follett. Right in with the Browns, 77 overall, quick development, speed rusher, 83 speed, 86 acceleration. He doesn't have to play right now, obviously, with the Browns. He can develop a little bit, and he'll probably start in a couple years as a damn 99 overall. Let you see his traits right there with bull rush, high motor strip ball, good stuff right there. All right, the best of the rest. Let's go to round 2. Let's see what we got here. It's a 79 overall guy. This guy's a superstar for the Jets. Antoine Romius, heck of a player when you posted him. 87 speed, 92 acceleration, 88 elusiveness, 86 carry. And he also can catch the ball out the backfield. You can see his numbers right there. Fight for yards. He needed another running back. I think he will start. I know he likes the breed of the Georgia Southern guy, but I think he should start. Just my personal opinion right there. Good pick for the Jets. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Caden Plumrose. Now, he was a storyline player, tight end for the Redskins. Now, big blocking tight end. His storyline was that he was so big, he could possibly move to offensive line. But he ran well at the combine, so some teams liked him as a tight end. Some people liked him as offensive line. If I was the Redskins, I would look at him as offensive line and just to see what he might look like. But you can tell right there, 80 run block, 82 speed, 83 acceleration. Not the greatest catching numbers, but you look at the secondary attributes, look at those run blocking numbers, pass blocking numbers. So, he's high rated, but it depends on what you want to do with him. You could leave him at tight end, but you see you're going to have to develop his catching stuff, or you could make him a lineman, and you could see what the rest of the lineman's numbers look like. So, but you see he's got possession catch. He does have fight for yards because he's a big guy. Gave him high motor and discipline, played penalty tendency. So, it depends. We'll see what he does with him. That's going to be interesting to see. See what he does there. Let's see. Dre McCullers was a first round projection, but he dropped to the second once you scouted him. He did get quick development, which was a little bit of a surprise, but 93 speed, 94 acceleration. He'll throw the ball to him a lot because he did need receivers. He's got all the traits you like, though. So he came out pretty good despite being a second round projection. So I think Madden played a little game with all of us on that one. Although his catching is not great. 71 catch, you're going to have to work with him on that a little bit. So he is a deep threat. Get him into situations where you can take advantage of him a little bit. All right, what else we got here? There's Dawson. Dawson was the storyline quarterback. The Bills was asking about. There's his 6'3", strong arm, 98 throw power. But you see, the accuracy needs work. You're going to have to put some time into him to make him a really, really good quarterback. But, with 98 throw power, it's something you can work with. But overall, I gave him some, pretty good traits. Definitely tight spiral, enforcing passes with his arm strength. All right, 81 overall kicker, Wario S. I know that wasn't his damn name. He was a punter, but he made him into a kicker, which with 97 kick power, I would too. He's got pretty good kick accuracy right there at 87. Bold move, but if you scouted him and you knew he was going to be good, and whatever. There's the quarterback the Titans took, second round, good pick, Gordon Bruner, 78 overall star development. Good accuracy numbers, but the throw power is not ideal. He's a West Coast quarterback. This is the first real good West Coast quarterback I've seen come out. And the way Titans play, and that's not a bad thing right there. You can work on his deep accuracy if you want to, but not a bad player. We'll see if he starts or if he sticks with Russell Wilson. That'll be interesting to see. I think if he starts, he's a Rookie of the Year candidate, definitely, in the AFC. Got this was good value for us. Williamson in the late second, he was projected first rounder, quick development, power running back, 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 85 break tackle, 91 carry, 87 trucking, 83 strength. He definitely has fight for yards, all hits cover ball. Good power running back right there for the Dolphins to complement their passing game. Good pick right there. I like that guy. Alright, in that second round, let's see, third round, a couple guys, Ben Humes, quarterback for the Chiefs, quick development guy, another West Coast guy, 6'5", good size, very good short accuracy, decent throw power. Well, they got Mahomes, but, they got this guy. The CPU's doing a good job for Kansas City, so that's going to be a pretty good team if he follows through and plays like he says he is. We'll see. A good pick right there by the CPU. Alright, let's see. There's a 77 overall receiver, Marcus Steele. Normal development for the Cowboys. Pretty much a standard possession receiver guy. But good overall right there. Wims, not a bad pick right there for the Raiders. There's Walker. I'm starting to get pretty average with our, oh, here we go. There's that kicker the Rams took, Parker Mastay. The kicker he scouted also had 97 kick power. Crazy that you scouted a kicker, but you see he's a damn good one. Looks like this guy already got cut. Round 4. Let's see who stands out here. Let's see. Pretty much guys are getting average right now. No real standouts in round 4. Round 5. Let's see. Pretty much standard across the board right here. Yeah, round 6. I think it's going to be pretty much the same the rest of the way here. Yep. Alright, then round 7. Yeah, we're all high 60s, low 70. There you go. Alright. So real quick on the teams, just real quick. Bears. Well, let me get to the full rounds. So the Bears, taking a narrow is good. Fast Eddie took 2 storyline guys. It's always a good chance. Most of the storyline guys are pretty good. Rest of it, though, wasn't too great, but I will give him a solid B+ because of narrows. The one superstar guy, he found him because he fell to number 8, and I know he's going to get used, and using Lawrence, he needs another speed guy right there, so that's a good job. Could have been an A if the rest of it was a little better, but not bad overall. B+. Bengals CPU draft. Dawson, I think, is a good quarterback, candidate, but he said he doesn't need him, so wouldn't be surprised if someone trades for him. But the rest of this is all CPU, so I won't give him a grade for that. Bills was a CPU draft, also only had 6th and 7th picks. Broncos CPU draft, I do like the quarterback that they took for him, and Kruger. It'll be interesting to see if he or Derek Carr starts. But once again, CPU draft for them. Browns taking Anderson. Of course, Anderson's a really good player at 7. I don't mind that. Follett will develop over time. Rest of it, I think most of these were sim picks. You know, I'll give him a that's a B minus, probably B minus, yeah, because Anderson, you know, is good, and then Follett's not bad, but then the rest of it, you know, nothing too special right there. Buccaneers, CPU draft, but he did get fantasy linebacker that, you know, will play and help them, especially in the pass coverage game from the linebacker spot. Cardinals, all right, Fowler, you know, I thought was not a bad player there at 14, mid first. I think he's got some good stuff with him. And then you look through the rest of it. I know he wasn't, you know, ecstatic with some of these other guys, but you know, you feel some needs. You know, because he did draft. That's a B minus right there. I do like Fowler, and I think Pickens and Peck will help on that offensive line. Chargers made, I think, 1 or 2 picks. No, he only made 1 pick with Hawker right there, and he told me he was going to leave. So I'm going to give him a grade for that one right there, because the rest of that was CPU. Chiefs CPU draft, I thought they did a good job though with Davis and Humes, especially some good value picks right there. Colts took a couple of these guys. Pickens I thought was good value, and then I'm looking at it, looks like Capel was a good value right there in the 4th, but overall that's probably another B minus right there. Nothing too special with the rest of it. Cowboys I thought did a really good job. He's changing names on me. But overall I thought he got, you know, pretty good value, you know, throughout the draft. Even down when you got to the 3rd and the 4th, those guys were still decent to pretty good right there. I'm gonna give him probably a B plus. That's a B plus draft. The only thing holding him back was probably some development on those guys. I think the rest of these guys were kind of normal right there. So B plus, maybe A minus right there with the Cowboys. I thought he did a good job though. Dolphins, I thought he got some good value. Williamson was great, late 2nd. Bilbo looks like a very good, you know, late 3rd receiver right there with 93 speed. And then some of these other guys, McElrath will be a decent receiver right there in his system. You know, that's a solid B right there for the Dolphins, pushing B plus because of where he got these guys. That's good value right there. Eagles didn't draft, so it ended up being a CPU draft for them. They got some guys that'll help them though, based on their ratings. Those guys will help. Falcons CPU draft. I don't know if he said his board or not. 49ers. I do like the free safety Amundsen in the 1st. Looking at the rest of it, those guys are going to help fill some depth that they needed on their roster. For sure. I like what he did with the 2 third-round picks that he got from me in trade. 75, 74, 74 right there. Good job with that. Those guys will definitely help. That's a solid B draft right there for the 49ers. Giants. Parquet I thought was good, but then you see the rest of it, didn't have another pick to the 4th. It's not really his fault though. You know, it's hard to give a grade on that, honestly. I know he did make the picks, but when you're picking where you're at, I guess B minus, just off of what you got there. Jaguars, of course, number 1 pick being star guy, 88 overall. Can't mess that up. But the rest of it, got some decent players right there that's going to help. Hodge has some good speed right there. Russell was a, you know, pretty good pick right there in the 2nd along with the left tackle. Looking through the rest of it real quick. Lucky was a very accurate kicker in the 5th. I'll give him a B plus for that. Pretty good picks throughout that draft class right there. Jets did make a couple of their early picks. I thought they did good with 2 out of 3. Kennard went a little higher than he should have, but Raynaud's a good pick right there, and then Romius being superstar helped. I give him a solid B for that. Solid B right there for the Jets. Lions, of course, is our one open team. Once again, if you know someone that would like to still play and join a league that is still relatively active, please let me know. Thank you. Packers. Favors, I thought, was their best pick by far. Looks like they tried to get a running back. Didn't really work out, and then the rest of it right there, that's a C for the Packers. Myself, we went offense early. I knew that's where I was going to go. My defense, I'm very happy with overall. So I have receivers that are going to, need a bird. We'll let them go to free agency. I want to redevelop some young guys. That's why I took Bush and then Terrell to be my speed guys. We're going to go to that deep threat kind of offense right there. Potts is going to be a main backup to McCaffrey. Receiving guy, really like what he does. Catches the ball really well out the backfield. Sanchez will help back up on the O-line. Probably at the tackle spot, he'll probably move. Luckett, really good speed rusher. I'm glad I got him late fourth. He has 84 finesse move out the box. Beckham, 79 zone coverage. Late sixth was good. And then I missed my last pick playing with the damn cat. So he'll probably be cut here pretty soon. But for what I did, I'd say a B plus because they each fill needs. Bush and Terrell will help replace Diggs and Bird. Potts is going to back up McCaffrey. He's going to back up on the offensive line, and I needed linebackers to help when I traded Luke. And then another guy went to free agency, so filled a lot of needs. Very happy with that class right there. Patriots. I love Nash. I love Leonard. Really good value in both of those picks right there. And then I think these guys in the mid rounds could come in and help, especially Fisher in college. Should play on some situational things. So that's a solid B. I really like those two picks right there on the line. Those guys were both, going to be good players. Raiders did an excellent job in getting a offensive lineman that's going to start and really help Sanango Harris out. Wims, good value in the third, and I know the CPU did it, but the CPU did the Raiders pretty good overall. I won't give him a grade, but I thought CPU did a good job. The Rams, of course, the Rams make some good picks throughout the draft here with Dick Tracy. The other guys they got right here, Dumas, I thought was good late second with his physical traits. Lee Steer in the third, good value. The kicker was good value, late third. Tight end in the fifth wasn't bad. I think he said he was quick development also. I give the Rams a B plus because of the value they got throughout each round. They got guys that's gonna help. He says he's rebuilding, but he's just reloading to kick everyone's ass again. Ravens made a couple picks. Miller, like I said, the speed earlier was a disappointment, but the rest of it's not too bad right there. CPU made a couple of those picks. CPU looks like got a nice receiver right there in the fifth, and Cooley. Wow, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. So that's not bad from CPU right there. No real grade on that because he kind of cut out a little early. Redskins, thought the Redskins did a pretty good job. Northern, good value. Plum Rose, really good value in the second. McCullers was good value in the second because he was projected first. He did good on those second round picks. He kind of made the most of them. And then, the rest of it was okay. But I give him a B plus because I thought he did a really good job of getting value in the first two rounds, especially. The Saints did a good job, for not being around. Clem, at 18 was good. Tornado Collins at 31 is an absolute steal. I couldn't believe that he got to 31 and now I have to deal with his ass for 2 games a year. Thanks, guys. Jeez. But the rest of it, he's filling holes on his roster. Hadn't been around, but I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's active. Solid B right there for the Saints. Seahawks, CPU draft, and the CPU didn't do them a lot of favors. This was a draft the Seahawks really needed because those guys are expensive and they're getting older. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Steelers missed it. I know he was having issues with, I think his son or something was going on. I can't remember what it was, but this is all CPU. Texans did make some picks. I thought the picks they made were pretty good. Really good looking guys right here. Second round notwithstanding, good value in the third, good value in the fourth right there, with those two guys. And then Newfield in the first was very good. Once again, another solid B right there. Pushing B plus for the Texans because of the value they got in the mid rounds. Titans, I thought, did a really good job. Bojangles Nelson, I love that pick. Bruner, I love that pick. Nails, I thought about taking myself. I didn't take him. I went with the speed guy, but he's going to be a good slot receiver. Probably have good route running. Those top three picks I thought were very good. Definite B plus right there for the Titans. And the Vikings, Borland, left tackle, going to be a good player. God almighty, Richmond, 68 acceleration. These tight ends, man, good lord. But the rest of it, he did the best he could. I'll say B minus. That tight end right there is a disappointment. All right, that's the draft recap show. We'll be advancing to week 1 preseason. Just remember, one free agent signing outside of kickers and punters. Take note of the new preseason schedule we're doing this year. 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We'll advance every 20 minutes, so guys can get on, do their stuff all at once. I won't spread it out throughout the day. And then season 6 will kick off 10 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys' dedication. Daddy League's Top 20 League. I posted that earlier today. We're trending once again to an elite league for Madden 19. So once again, thank you for everything. Also, if you have development upgrades, you need to let me know by 10 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow where you want your upgrades to be so I can put them on there. I'll post the teams that are eligible once again, let you know how many upgrades you get. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.